Hey, Ray Halbrook here with live stream STL Media. Hope everybody's having a great day. Today is our Slam Spotlight, and we have on our Spotlight page today Mary Altapeter from the St. Louis Slam. How you doing, Mary?
Hey, I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
Awesome, awesome. So, you guys have just been on this major tear, 6-0. Unfortunately, you gave up 6 points, but it was on the offensive side, not on the defensive side. It was a pick six. So,
Yeah.
we'll talk a little bit about that a little bit. But, Mary, how many years have you been with the St. Louis Slam?
I've been with the Slam since 2017.
Awesome.
2017.
Awesome, awesome. Take us through how you got to know about the slam and, what you've experienced these past few years and, maybe the relationships that have been made and what that's been like.
Oh my goodness. Well, I was a college athlete. I played field hockey in college, and after that, I was definitely, missing that athletic piece in my life. And it kind of happened on a whim. I was at a Cardinals game, and before the game, on the jumbotron, they were promoting women's sports in St. Louis, the Surge. The roller derby, and they mentioned slam football, and I thought that might be fun. So I just sent my email in and went from there. Went to the first tryout, really enjoyed the camaraderie between everyone. Um, Everyone kind of coming together to be collective to get a job done is something that I love. And that's definitely been what's brought me back to the slam year after year. It's the family vibe, it's the camaraderie, it's the we have each other's back, it's the we're going to work hard to get this done because we can, because we're capable. Having that energy, having the coaching staff that we do, all of that has brought me back to the slam.
Absolutely, and great story. We just getting to know a lot of the girls here, and man, I tell you what, each person's got a different story, and it's a really neat story from each one, their backgrounds and different things like that. But one of the things I've noticed this season has been the amazing turnout and the amazing support this year. Seems like that there's just so many folks that are getting on board with slam football here in St. Louis. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yes, I love it. It's funny that you say that because when I first started playing in 2017, I would say 99% of the people would say, "What's slam? We have women's football in St. Louis. Tell me about it." And since then, I would say that's decreased. Sometimes when I say like, "Oh, I play women's football," they're like, "Oh, you play for the Slam." I'm like, "Yeah, you've heard of the Slam?" So it's exciting that even in the past couple years, it's progressed and people have kind of caught on to what we're doing, what we're trying to, accomplish, and how we show up for each other and for St. Louis. There's definitely a big fan base growing and forming that demand for, tickets to the game,
Yeah.
tickets to the home games, live streams for the home games if they can't make it, those away game live stream links. Like that demand is definitely there. So it's been exciting to see it grow. Um, and I hope we just continue that trend.
Absolutely, and we can only go up from here, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, let's talk a little bit about the season here. Again, we'll go back to the 6-0 season. You guys have been perfect all season long, playing some really good football, especially on the defensive side. You haven't given any points up, but uh, what has that been like? What's been the MO maybe all season long on the defensive side, maybe from coach or just the players? What's that been like, and what keeps you motivated each week?
Well, it's definitely been a fun ride with this whole defensive drive for not giving up points. It definitely started out just as, hey, we're good players. We are competitive. We're fast and we're quick. Like let's just get after it every drive, 6 seconds at a time. That's something that our coach says to us a lot. We say to each other a lot. Get through these 6 seconds at a time. So as long as we're working hard for those 6 seconds, um, we started to realize game after game, like, oh, like we haven't given up any points. So it's been kind of unintentionally the goal every game since it kind of started happening. We're like, wait, guys, we can really tap into this. We can really make this a goal to not allow any points this season. So just taking it a drive at a time, 6 seconds at a time, and making sure that on the defensive line we're attacking, we're being aggressive. we're meeting them on their side of the line and getting after it.
Unintentionally intentional. I like that. We'll use that in our broadcast this week. I like that. That's a cool little saying. Last year you missed out on the playoffs because of the Massey system and things like that, and I know that's been kind of something that's been put kind of as the forefront, and we talk about that. It seems like
Yes.
almost every week, but you know the system is what it is. But and what I love about especially this year, there's some really decent teams this year that have really stepped up their game, including the Slam. But you've got teams like the Cali War coming in this week. They were looking to be 6-0 as well, or 5-0 as well, and they drop one in the last minutes. I think, if I remember right, a couple weeks ago to the Minnesota Vixen. So, what do you think has been the motivation, maybe, for these teams that have really just kind of stepped it up this year?
I think it just comes from women's football as a total. We're kind of stepping up into that spotlight, so to speak. I know there's of course room to grow, but we're starting to make those connections, and younger generations are starting to look up to us, and we're realizing that okay, it's time to level up. It's time to take this, seriously. Where it's the highest level of football there is for us. Like, let's get after it. Let's do it because the work that we put in now is not only beneficial for us, but it's beneficial for the sport moving forward. So if we're not putting in that work, then it's a really wasted opportunity. So I think that just the just women's football as a whole is leveling up, and I think of course the Massey ratings go into wanting to score points, wanting to not get scored upon, absolutely. But I think at the end of the day, it's more than that. It's it's more than that. But
Good.
at the end of the day, we're just excited to have the opportunity to be able to play, and we're just not trying to take anything for granted.
Absolutely, absolutely. Got the Cali War this week, first round of the playoffs, and what is the game plan going into this week against Cali?
We really want to make sure that we limit those self-inflicted mistakes, both defensively and offensively. When we've looked back at our game film, we've noticed that a lot of times that we weren't successful on offense or defense was our fault. Like, we either missed something by a couple inches, or totally blanked on something, and those mistakes just can't happen, especially you know at this next point in the season where it's win or go home. So uh, limiting those self-inflicted mistakes and making sure that we are tuned into the game for sure.
Great, great. Final question for you. We call this the Ray question, so I'm going to ask it. What is something about Mary Altapeter that your teammates, coaches may not know about? Maybe it's some sort of hobby or some just favorite thing that you do that not and maybe just your everyday friends and family might not know about, but that you like to do, or that you like to be a part of.
Well, I definitely love to travel, and I do have a pin collection from all the places I visited, a lot of national park pins, a lot of pins from different cities, different states. So when I go places, I like to get a little memento and like to pick out a nice little pin for my collection. So
There
I'd
you
say
go.
that would be my
That's
interesting one, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, we appreciate the time, and good luck to you this week. And we hope to see you in a couple weeks again for the semifinals.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
That is
Thank
Mary
you so much.
Altapeter from the St. Louis Slam.
Live stream STL, first round playoffs, St. Louis Slam football. Matt Bates on the field here with wide receiver Carrie McMahon. Carrie, number 17 in the program, number 1 in your heart. Congratulations on the first All-America selection out of that division. What was that like, and what kind of season you having so far?
Honestly, I think the number of people that we had make an All-American nomination says it all about our team. It's just I mean, I kind of play the fun position. I don't have to, necessarily always do the dirty work. So I'm surrounded by a lot of great players, great teammates, and in a system where I succeed, everybody else succeeds, and we love seeing everybody have some high level of success. So it's a nice little accomplishment to have at the end of the year heading into playoffs, but that's not our goal. Our goal is coming out with a win in 3 games.
I was just going to say on to the team stuff now. We got to get the personal stuff out of the way. But 6-0,
Yep.
what have you seen this year? Is there something that stands out to you that has just generated the burr in the saddle or the spur to get to where you're at?
Honestly, it's just been being around the team and the girls. I mean, I love the competitive fire and energy and passion and sacrifice that everybody brings to the team. And, it's just such a fun group to be around. I love competing. I love playing football. So for me to be able to come out and do this and to make some really cool and special relationships with the players and coaches, I mean, there's nothing else that I could want. So very, very cool.
Well, very good. Carrie, thank you for the time. Best of luck.
Absolutely.
It's, a little chilly out here tonight, about like
Very
97.
cool.
So,
Yeah.
go rest up and get ready for tonight and look for a slam win.
Awesome.
And
Yes, absolutely.
go to round 2 in the playoffs. Thank you for the time.
Yeah.
Carrie McMahon, number 17, wide receiver for your St. Louis Slam. Live stream STL.
Hey, y'all, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks. Thanks for watching the games today. We appreciate all your business all year long. Don't forget, we've got awesome wings, we got amazing burgers, we got salads like you wouldn't believe. Come check us out. We have barbecue on Thursdays. We have Southern Nights on Wednesdays. We've got bingo on Tuesdays. We can't wait to see you all. Thanks a bunch, and we look forward to having a great summer with y'all.
No gain, so looks like number 9, Lisa King, is signaling in plays from the sideline, which would normally be what would happen is like they would rotate on downs. So instead, I guess your third quarterback is now coming out, giving them the plays and back in instead of just rotating out with the plays as they would go. Second down for the War at the 17-yard line. Here is Guzman back to throw. Tied up with number 7, Kiana Smith, on the far side.
Number 7, Kiana Smith. Brings up a third down and
Guzman aired it out. Had one-on-one coverage there with Smith, but Smith, another one of your first-team American Conference players for the St. Louis Slam. On defense, they had Tay Johnson, Mary Altapeter, Jasmine Yandel, Kiana Smith, and Alicia Strauss. 5 of your 11 defenders, first team in the American Conference. Big third down from the 17. Guzman, one-on-one once again. Robinson in the corner, being defended by Smith, and Robinson's looking for a flag, saying she was interfered with, but Smith was going for the ball on that. Was Kiana Smith.
Totally looking for the flag there, but no flag there for the Cali War, unfortunately.
I mean, was Smith backing into her?
Right.
Yes, but she was going
Right.
for the ball, not
Yeah.
not the other way where you're face guarding the defender.
Right.
She was definitely going for the ball.
Right. We're out of time here, unfortunately. The clock is not working for the on the scoreboard here, so we're.
And it looks like that's the end of the first quarter.
Well, how about that?
So as
a timeout
Look,
has been called
nope,
by Cali.
it's a timeout.
okay,
So we'll take a timeout. We'll stay right here right as we take the timeout here, though. Thanks again for that there, Matthew. Cheap Seats Photography, our good friends over at Cheap Seats Photography, photography, banners, designs. Where do we get our banners? Right from Cheap Seats Photography. Give them a call, 314-402-9014 or cheapseatsphoto.com. Tell them we sent you
And that'd
over
be
there
Ron-
live stream us.
Ron Rigdon, give him a call.
Thank you.
Yes. Does an excellent job with our products.
Yes, he does. Well, and you give it up for the Cali War, and I'll let you know, I forgot to bring us out of mute, so for like the first good chunk, I'm just getting a clock. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay.
So we'll just leave the timer at 0. The reason why we do not have a clock is because there was a tornado that hit here about 2 months ago and has blown the power out of the scoreboard here. So we are specifically going from the referees, and we have Jeff Whitener downstairs who will be giving us an update here. Do you have something? I see that 2:30. Thank you. There it is. I'm not sure he can hear us down there as well. So
I thought maybe he would have had a time and temperature update for
Right.
us.
the time and temperature has gone.
Got the time, 7:31, but he had brought his little on-field thermometer thing
Right.
with him, and then so I'm guessing we might be at about 91 right now. 93.
93 degrees.
And you know what? No matter what I was gonna say, I would take the over. I mean, come on now.
Taking the MGM
So I'm
over.
so would I be right in 30 seconds they would do the 2-minute warning? Or no, that'd be
No.
before halftime.
It's halftime before.
See,
halftime.
okay. Just not delirious from the heat yet.
That's right.
So 2:30 left in the first quarter, first round action.
Yep.
And right on cue is an illegal formation call on a big fourth.
They're going to call timeout so they don't get the call there. So, and we see more of that stuff go on. Oh, hey, yeah, I better call timeout to save my field position. So there you go.
And I was just going to say real quick, Mr. Ray, if we could update
Yes.
everybody, the For the Fans Sports carrying our feed tonight.
Yes.
It might sound redundant that, because the streaming is normally nationally anyway,
Right.
but Do you have any other information for
Yeah.
the nice folks out there
So,
about
so if you're on the
FTF?
radio, which there are a slew of folks on the radio right now, we're looking radio, Mixler.com. We're over at Florida Fans on FTSSports.com. We're YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, on Livestream STL, and we're also on St. Louis Slam Facebook page as well. So hello to everybody. We apologize about the mute because I muted to some things. We had some technical issues. I forgot to unmute it. So we're back and we're good as we are going back to live action. We were told that 107 degrees was the opening temperature for the field temperature. Now it is down to 100 degrees.
Yeah, I could tell.
You can feel it,
There's a little nip in the air
Yeah.
now. Almost need to bundle up.
right?
Okay, big fourth down play. As the ball is just nestled once again at about the 17-yard line, so call that about 7 yards they need to pick up. Here's Guzman, brings down the pass. Looked like there could have been a holding call, but no. Robinson right over the
Pass is
middle.
complete to number 22.
Jamie Robinson,
Jamie Robinson.
she's been a force to be reckoned with. They list her in the program at 5'9", 200, and I beg to differ with that. She might be 5'9", 5'10", but she's hitting at about 225, 230. She's got the payload. And as I said, last game on defense, she had 2 pick sixes on the defensive side of the ball. So when the ball's around her hands, she knows what to do with it. That was a big first down play as the War are trying to be the ones to break the shutout streak for your St. Louis Slam. And there is handoff to number 12, Priscilla Gardner.
Number 12, Priscilla Gardner, the ball carrier.
She's going to bring it down to about the 3.5 yard line.
It'll be second down.
And it looks like we have a Slam player down.
We do. And an official timeout there, although she just popped back up, I believe.
Looks like 24, Veronica Smith.
Right.
And her sister is number 44, Victoria Smith.
I'm seeing a number 22 as well that was injured there. I believe they both have gone off.
Jasmine Yandel.
So will the Slam give up a defensive touchdown? We're going to find out here shortly.
Second down. Well, earlier this year, the Vixen, they had 4 chances inside the 1 and couldn't do it. There's a big stop right up the gut. Mary Altapeter also leading the way. Number 12, Taylor Hay. Bringing up
Big
third
stop.
down. Call that a loss of about 2. That's going to back them up to the 5.
Very big stop there.
Right up the gut came Taylor Hay. And then right around the corner, Mary Altapeter.
An official timeout.
We have another player down. 22.
Yep, that's a big loss right there if that is Jamie Robinson for the Cali War. Are we going to step aside for just
Let's step aside for a
little
quick
break?
second here. This
And
is
Slam up 7-0 on the Cali War. This is live stream STL.
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
Alongside producer Ray Hallbrook, Jeff Whitener on the field. Matt Bates here with you at St. Mary's High School. It is St. Louis Slam football on live stream STL, still in the first quarter, getting ready to wrap things up. 7-0, St. Louis Slam leading this one, and it looks like they came back to let the time run out, and it looks like we now have the end of the first quarter. So there you go.
They
So
could
with the
just
score,
very
7-0. We're going to step aside, and we will be back for the second quarter. This is St. Louis Slam football live stream STL.
Guys, I've always wanted to ask you this since you're both pitchers. What's your favorite pitch? Is it, I know, it's a fastball? Okay, I know, it's a curveball. No? Okay, well, what's your favorite pitch? Oh, yeah. Spitball.
The Main Street Sports Show. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Hey, y'all, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks. Thanks for watching the games today. We appreciate all your business all year long. Don't forget, we've got awesome wings, we got amazing burgers, we got salads like you wouldn't believe. Come check us out. We have barbecue on Thursdays. We have Southern Nights on Wednesdays. We've got bingo on Tuesdays. We can't wait to see you all. Thanks a bunch, and we look forward to having a great summer with y'all.
WFA playoff football continues. Women's Football Alliance. It is the St. Louis Slam. Round 1, home game against Cali War from Los Angeles. The War come in 4-1. They are the number 4 team in the Pro-American Conference. Slam are number 1, followed by the Minnesota Vixen, the Houston Energy, and the Cali War. But here come the War right up the gut. They're trying to push and finally go in. They're not ruling her down by contact. That is a touchdown for number 12. That is Priscilla Gardner. About a 7-yard TD run. Just to start the second quarter. That is the War's first score of the game, but that is the first score that they have given up all year.
Looks like they're going to try to go for 2 here.
Yes, since their kicker is out, more than likely they will go for 2. You see the lineup they have out here. Looks like they got Washington and Gardner in the backfield. Now, that is going to be Washington going in motion. Set up behind there. Fake handoff. Guzman, they roll out. She's being stopped. Throws it down as she was wrapped up by number 24, Veronica Smith. So the ball will fall short. PAT no good. Makes the score 7-6. We will step aside. This is St. Louis Slam football on live stream STL.
Hey Dylan, check this out. It says right here, your father and I are second cousins. We're related.
Well, if that's the case, you owe me a graduation present.
Very funny.
At least you can say you're related to an all-conference and all-district baseball player. How does that feel?
I will admit, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hey Dalen,
Yeah.
at least you could say you're related to a famous sports media person. What's that like?
I wouldn't know. But I do know to watch the Main Street Sports Show on Livestream STL.
The Main Street Sports Show, shining a light in Jefferson County.
Very funny.
Here to kick off, number 9, Lisa King. And after the kickoff, I was just going to say watch the onside kick. That goes up out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Mr. Whitener, we will go to Jeff down on the field. What do you have for us, Mr. Jeff?
A couple of observations here so far from the first quarter, guys. Heat and humidity on the field definitely taking a toll. Players trying to stay hydrated. You'll see some players coming over after a long series of downs and really just laying on the ground a little bit, trying to get a breather. The next thing is, really so far, the War have had a great game plan on offense. They've kept the Slam offense off the field a great deal, and some great play calling on that last sequence down the field where they were successful with the touchdown. I spoke to Coach Jeff King before the game. He was very worried about trying to run in between the tackles against the Slam, and they've been a good job of mixing it up so far, guys.
Looks like we're going to have a re-kick here, Jeff.
Yeah, the cramping and everything with this heat and humidity, you got to be rotating people in and out, and I know that was probably the case with Jamie Robinson down there a while ago. She was laying down, and here's a direct kick right through the middle handled by Alta Peter, and she's just going to fall on it on her own 45-yard line. So 55 yards to pay dirt is where the St. Louis Slam will take over, but as we came out of the break, I was going to say that, you know, best way to play with a short field, come out of the break, have maybe an onside kick, look for that shortened field if you're able to get the ball. But first time they almost got it, went out of bounds and did just a straight line punt right down the middle of the field, and Alta Peter did a great job of just handling the ball and falling on it. But once again, short field for the Slam to work with, so 55 yards to go. Here's Gall, hands off to Humphrey. Humphrey navigates her way to about the 48-yard line. Call that a gain of 3 for Jada Humphrey. Averaging, once again, 7.9 yards a carry with 2 TDs. Also has 12 receptions to her credit. Another one of those first-teamers from the All-Americans Conference. Gall, shotgun once again. Back, looks to throw. Right over the top. And that is right at the sticks. Looks like that was Kaylee Nutzling up top. Right at the sticks, moves the chains. 44-yard line. 2 wide receivers down low, 1 up top. Humphrey offset in the backfield. Here's the snap. Looking to throw right over the middle to McMahon. She's met at the 20, keeps the feet going down to the 16-yard line and a first down. But just to follow up on what Jeff was saying earlier about that War drive, but if it wasn't for that big third down play to Robinson over the middle,
Right.
really kept that going. And a couple times, the Slam had some big third down opportunities, to shut the door, and they were unable to.
Definitely doing some marching along here, aren't they?
They are indeed. 3 trips down in front of us, but they're going to hand the ball up to Humphrey right up the middle. She goes in for a Slam touchdown. 27-yard TD run by Jada Humphrey. Once again, averaging about 7.5, 8 yards a carry, and she just busted straight through the middle, had the trips down in front of us, so they had a 4 wide receiver set, spread everybody out. You run the ball straight up the gut, good things happen. And the PAT for Hay to follow. As we wait the snap, hold by Gall, up and through goes the ball, so we will now have a 14-6 St. Louis Slam lead here early in the second quarter. This is St. Louis Slam football on Livestream STL.
Hey, y'all, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks. Thanks for watching the games today. We appreciate all your business all year long. Don't forget, we've got awesome wings. We got amazing burgers. We got salads like you wouldn't believe. Come check us out. We have barbecue on Thursdays. We have Southern Nights on Wednesdays. We've got bingo on Tuesdays. We can't wait to see you all. Thanks a bunch, and we look forward to having a great summer with y'all.
Back here at St. Mary's High School, Carrie McMahon going to kick off for the St. Louis Slam here at the 35-yard line.
I've been remiss in my clock duties. Again, our clock is down, so we're in the 12-minute mark right now. So we'll change it to 12 minutes.
All righty, Mr.
Okay.
Ray, thank you for keeping everybody abreast of that. As McMahon bangs that, and it's going to promptly stop at the 22-yard line, going to roll out of bounds, and it looks like on that violation, they'll re-kick once again. Now that old Mr. Sun has been blocked by a nice big cloud out here, that is able to open the eyes once again. And
we have a beautiful sunset here going on.
Let's make sure the retina doesn't get any more fried than what it has been.
Yeah. Coach Woody will tell us he'll be burning his cones and rods.
Already having the glaucoma thing,
right?
You know, as you're probably well aware of. One little kick to the eye can do all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to back it up. 5 goes McMahon. See if she can not put the fade into this drive. Just like golf, nice right down through the middle of the fairway and let the defense take care of the rest. And once again, here we go, right down the gut. Ball stops, kicks back. That is handled by number 16, Bree Barrett. Not many times we've called her name today. And looks like that is going to be possession at the 32-yard line for the Cali Wars, where they're going to take over. So your first quarter scoring had an 8-yard TD pass from Gall to McMahon. The PAT made it 7-0 in the first play of the second quarter. Gardner for the War, 7-yard TD run. PAT missed.
Flag on the play there, Matt. I'll find out what that is.
Made the score 7-6, and then last before the break, Humphrey, 27-yard TD run, and the PAT by Hay makes it a 14-6 ball game. Now, looks like they're changing balls. Didn't really get an official call as to what that was, but nonetheless, the ball is at the 36-yard line. Here's an inside handoff. That goes to Gardner. She breaks up through midfield, right at midfield. Call it about the 49 3/4 line. It's just on the War side of the 50-yard line, but I think you can still call it midfield nonetheless. Big gain by Gardner, one of her bigger runs thus far. I mean, that one and the pass by Robinson on the third down right now, it's about the two biggest plays, yardage-wise, they've had. But it has been the third down conversions where the War have taken advantage of all of that. And if the Slam want to continue to pursue the playoff run, third down's critical. Here's an end around to Barrett. She comes all the way around. She's grabbed by Devitt, Brooklyn Devitt up there on the far side, and as I said in the pregame, Barrett, with her 2 rushes of 25 yards, more than likely were on end arounds, and you just saw one right there.
She kind of got hog-tied down there, didn't she?
Well, I tell you right now, Brooklyn Devitt, 38 tackles on the season. She's not going to let her go that easily. She's got a handful of cloth and waited for help to come along. Ball down at the 34-yard line. So it looks like the War are going to use every bit of the play clock. That could be strategy-wise. And after this play, we will go down to Mr. Whitener as we're waiting for the snap back. Here's Guzman over the middle to Robinson, back into the ball game. She's hog-tied once again and is down at the 23-yard line. Let's go down to Mr. Whitener on the field.
Stopped on the play by number 47, Brooklyn Devon.
Jeff is talking, but we do not hear Mr. Jeff.
There he is. Sorry, Jeff. Go ahead. Say it again.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes. Nope. We'll catch you next. Catch you in a minute. Having a little technical issue with the mic.
Sending SOS signals there.
Something like that.
We will try once again here as we get ready for, should be second down. Nope, yeah, because of the penalty. So first down once again. Here's a snap back to Guzman. She fakes, she's going to run outside. Has a block by Barrett. Straight across the field. She's run out of bounds by Nesbitt. Number 5, Kelsey Nesbitt, brings up second down now, and we will now try Mr. Jeff once again. Mr. Whitener.
Third time arm win. And just want to, an interesting sideline here to get the backup or the
Nope, we don't have him. Sorry.
Sounded like we were spinning a record backwards there.
Jeff, I'm going to tell you what that is. That sure sounds like a battery. We may have to change the battery out here real quick. So let's do that, and then we'll get some information there on Jeff. Our apologies for the technical issue there.
So the Cali War zapping the life out of the play clock here. I think some of that is to conserve energy, and I think some of that is by strategy. Robinson goes in motion. Back after cramping up earlier and being taken off the field. She comes down low. 2 wide receiver set, 2 up top. Fake handoff. They go right back to her. Goes nowhere. She's brought down. Brings up third down. Veronica Smith in there, along with Jamie Skinner.
Veronica Smith and number 10, Jamie Skinner on the tackle.
Once again, big third down for the St. Louis Slam. Number 3, Samia Jones coming in. Jones, 2 rushes, 15 yards on the season. No receptions to speak of, so it could be an announcer's jinx right here. And it looks like they are going to split her up top, so Kiana Smith is lined up on her, needs to be ready. Because once again, she doesn't have any receptions on the year. They're going to fake in front of the face. Ball is caught by number 24. That is Keelan Wilson. Trying to get the number on that truck that came in there to hit the quarterback. Well, it looked like Nutzling, number 3. Brings up a big fourth down. Looks like fourth down, and we'll call it 5. Looks like they're splitting the sticks in half on that. Might be a long 4, short 5. But nonetheless, fourth down. And an official timeout, as it looks like we got another cramping issue on the field for the Cali War, and we are going to step aside as well real quick with the injury timeout. This is St. Louis Slam football on Livestream STL.
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers.
Guys, I've always wanted to ask you this since you're both pitchers. What's your favorite pitch? It's a fastball? Okay, I know. It's a curveball. No? Okay, well, what's your favorite pitch?
Oh, yeah. Spitball.
The Main Street Sports Show. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Keelan Wilson is the injured player for the War, and she looks like she's having a tough go over there. They're trying to get the pads loosened up and off of her. As right now, big fourth down play as the St. Louis Slam are on top, 14-6 over the Cali War from Los Angeles, California, here in round one of playoff action for the WFA Women's Football Alliance. Slam looking to slam the door right now on the Cali War drive. Here's Guzman waiting the snap. Inside handoff, first down and more. Met at the 3-yard line by Nutzling, but not after. 12-yard gain, picks up the first down. Priscilla Gardner once again. Another first team in the American Division. So play of note there, fourth down and long, and an inside handoff leads to a big first down. And it looks like Gardner's in the huddle. She's down on one knee, so I don't know if they're going to burn another timeout or looks like, got to tie the shoelaces.
I was going to say, I thought, well, is it a sock or is it a shoe? What is it?
Definitely the shoe. Now it is. Thanks to Jamerica Boykin for lacing those back up, but bigger things for the Slam. Almost over the head goes the ball. Guzman tackled by a host, led by number 48, Alicia Strauss. Also in there, Brooklyn Devitt, number 47. And number 42, Mary Altapeter. So the Slam give
we
up
have another injury down here.
one TD now. Okay, Mr. Whitener, do you have a name and a number for us on that? After 24, Wilson went down.
Jeff, what do you got down there, boss? Nope.
We will try once again. Second down play. Inside. 5-yard line. Here's a handoff looking to strip the ball. No. Nesbitt is dragged into the end zone, and that is another touchdown given up by the St. Louis Slam, this time number 21, Nori Washington. So Nori Washington with a 4-yard TD run. That now makes the score 14-12. 2-point conversion could tie it up. And we shall see, but you know, the War averaged 50 points a game coming into tonight. And in their 4 wins, they were averaging 55 points as they were running roughshod over everybody in their wake. Their last game was their first loss of the season, which was to the Minnesota Vixen 35-32. So that has dropped that number down a little bit, but still, they're no strangers to the end zone. Here's a pass That is corralled by Robinson. So the 2-point conversion to Robinson is good, and just like that, we are all knotted up 14-14. This is St. Louis Slam football. STL.
Hey, Ray Halbrook here with Livestream STL Media. You know, we wear a lot of hats in this business, and to tell you the truth, we have a lot of hats from the area here in the Jefferson County and St. Louis County area here, and we'd really just like to tell you about all the different hats that we take care of here with a lot of different schools, a lot of different organizations, things like that. So as I'm doing this hat, you might be thinking, you know, hey, I'm a business, and you know, I'm looking for a way to advertise my business. Well, here's a perfect way right here. Advertise with us here at Livestream STL. Real easy. Sponsor with us, 314-852-4398. I promise you will not be disappointed as we continue our hats here, because we wear a lot of hats. We'd love to wear your hat as a business as well. So partner with us as we continue our amazing coverage in the Jefferson County and St. Louis County area. We'd love to have you on here as a business, so consider giving us a call. Again, I'll throw this up here real quick, 314-852-4398. And again, like I said, your business helps us continue the great coverage in Jefferson County. I've got a handful more here, but man, we'd really love to have you as a part of our businesses as well. Again, if you're a business, big business, small business, doesn't matter, give us a call, 314-852-4398. I promise you will not be disappointed, as I got 2 more hats left here. And man, we appreciate having all of the amazing businesses in Jefferson County and St. Louis County. So again, give us a call, 314-852-4398. I promise you will not regret it. Have a great day.
Kickoff was returned to the midfield stripe. First play from scrimmage. Taylor Hay makes some hay on that one. About an 8-yard pickup. Should bring down about a 2nd and 2. As this second quarter has seen the Cali War not only break the shutout streak for the Slam defense, but they have thrown up now 2 touchdowns, converted the extra point, and we are now all knotted up 14-14. A little more than midway through this second quarter, but the Slam have the ball with Jamie Gall, that's all. As they look for more right now. Hay in the backfield, 2 down low, 1 up top. Snap back to Gall. Here she goes, deep over the middle. McMahon grabs the ball. She's in, she's off, she's gone. St. Louis Slam touchdown. 42-yard TD pass, no flags down. What a strike, what an answer as McMahon hauls that one in from Gall.
That didn't take long, did it?
Talk about a punchback. But that was all set up by a nice return to midfield by Humphrey, and then that first play, an 8-yard run by Hay, and then Gall just finding McMahon right back there in the back of the defense. There is an extra point by Hay. So, just like that, 21-14 as the St. Louis Slam punched right back. This is St. Louis Slam football on Livestream STL.
Hey, y'all, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks. Thanks for watching the games today. We appreciate all your business all year long. Don't forget, we've got awesome wings, we got amazing burgers, we got salads like you wouldn't believe. Come check us out. We have barbecue on Thursdays, we have Southern Nights on Wednesdays, we've got bingo on Tuesdays. We can't wait to see you all. Thanks a bunch, and we look forward to having a great summer with y'all.
8:07 p.m. Central Standard Time here at St. Mary's High School. Matt Bates, Ray Hallbrook, and on the field roving Jeff Whitener. St. Louis Slam answer right back, 21-14. Carrie McMahon, not only does she haul in a 42-yard TD pass, but she's now going to kick off and promptly boots one to right about the 20-yard line. That one's dropped again. That was by number 16. That was Barrett. She's wrapped up, hammered, tackled, led by number 10. That was Skinner. Jamie Skinner putting a smackdown on Barrett, as it looks like she was able to get to about the 28-yard line. That is where they will take over. You see a lot of the Cali War players, and I'm pretty certain like the heat, the humidity that we have back here is really taking a toll on them. And especially after the longer plane flight too. So
yeah, getting a report that 25 Wilson is back in the game now.
And that would be number 24, Keelan.
I'm sorry,
Wilson.
24.
That's all right.
Thank you.
And Robinson is back out there as well too. She was down earlier, but she's down here in front of us. But there's an inside handoff, and that is wrapped up and stopped, led by number 48. That would be Alicia Straws, as almost thought that ball had gotten ripped out of there. But looks like a loss nonetheless, loss of about 2. And the clock is still running. As you see, more War players in the huddle that are taking a knee, trying to stretch, work out, trying to avoid the cramping, which seems to be the case for them. Staying hydrated, working. You got to keep those liquids flowing. Staying hydrated is the key. So 2 in the backfield now, along with Guzman. Here's the snap back, fakes the handoff. Ball's deflected by Mary Altapeter.
Great play there. I'll tell you, you're taught as a lineman right there in a case like that. Get your hands up there, and I'll tell you, absolutely, when you get your hands up, that's what happens right there. If they're going to pass the ball, that's how it's going to go.
She broke down, didn't get suckered in on that.
Right.
Was able to stop, recognize what was happening, was able to put the hands up to knock it down. Great job again by Mary Altapeter. Looks like good things happen to people after their interviews with it.
Right. If you missed the interview, we interviewed Mary Altapeter yesterday. Replayed it last night, so it's out on our Facebook page on Livestream STL.
Part of Mr. Ray's Slam Spotlight series.
Yes.
Here's another big third down play, another end around. Robinson, she's going to try to chug around, and she's going to wind up throwing it to Guzman, and she drops it. So a little shake and bake. They had the end around. Robinson, who would not be my first one to give the ball to on the end around.
Yeah.
She got to chugging around there, and I saw her pulling up, and I was like, uh-oh, this isn't going to be good.
Right.
Good thing Guzman dropped the ball, because if she would have turned around and ran, she had a lot of daylight in front of her. So now a big fourth down play. Assume that the Cali War are going to punt this, but you need to be ready on the other side of the ball.
And there's not a lot of time left here in the quarter either, so the half.
And the Slam will get the ball to start the second half. So,
hey, you get the ball back here. You get a quick score here and get the ball back second half. I'm sure that's what they're thinking.
There's a snap. Punt is away. Nice punt. Far side takes a Cali War roll, and that will roll out at the Slam 39-yard line. And we're going to keep it right here as halftime is approaching us. But, you know, we've seen Gall make some short work of the clock here. So not much left to go here. Can she make a quick strike? And then, like I said, the Slam will get the ball to start the second half. Okay, a little longer than a couple minutes. We got 3.5. I'll tell you what, without the benefit of the clock, it seems like these quarters are taking like an hour. Here's a throw out to Nesbitt, blocked by McMahon. Nesbitt navigates to the other side of midfield and brought down by Robinson at the WAR 49-yard line. So they're able to break through. Would be nice to see the Slam take 3.5 minutes off the clock and put the ball in. Beggars can't be choosers. I say if you got the chance, go deep to McMahon once again. As it does look like they're going in a bit of a hurry up, which ain't a bad thing to do. Here's Humphrey up the gut, down to the 44-yard line. Give her a pickup of about 6, so that will keep the clock running. But with the cramping, with the heat, and you see the travel that the War have had, keep the clock running. Maybe you can force. Not saying that is a game plan, but because you don't want to hurt other people, but as you look right down here in front of us, there's another Cali War player being tended to on the other side of Mr. Whitener's viewpoint.
Got to stay hydrated, guys. Definitely got to stay hydrated today.
Here's Gall. Little swing pass out to Humphrey, avoids one tackle. She goes back up the gut once again, breaks out to the far side. She's brought down at the 38-yard line. Boy, there's not much movement out of that Cali War player that is down there in front of number 54. Haramina Ayala Hall is standing in front of her, and I cannot get the number on that, but she just seems to be in a bad way right now on the sideline for the War. But a big first down for the St. Louis Slam at the 38-yard line. Here's Gall, one in the backfield. That's Humphrey. Fakes, throws out to Nesbitt. Nesbitt following a block of McMahon. Loses about a yard or two as she's drug out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Or are they going to keep the clock running? But nonetheless, still a loss on the play. Brings up second down as the ball is now marked on the near hash marks here, just in front of our vantage point. Humphrey once again, McMahon in front of us, trips up top. So one-on-one with McMahon. Gall avoids the rush, slings it out up top. That goes to Nesbitt. She tap dances out of bounds at the 28 to pick up the first down for the St. Louis Slam. Nice job by Nesbitt. Had defenders on her. That is number 97, Brianna Irby. That is the left tackle for the War. So linemen in any capacity are at a premium anyway, and to have one of your starters a little worse for wear right now. Gall on first down. Slings it up top. Almost intercepted as ball was intended for Kiana Smith, but went right through the hands of Sonfrey Roberson. Roberson won the first All-America's team, along with 99, Antoinette Borders Frazier, along with number 7, linebacker Sean Caldwell.
Clock is at 1:05.
Second team linebacker, 28, Suzanne Lynn. And outside linebacker, Leandre Smith. Here's Gall, second down. She's looking to pass. She's going to dump it off down low to the 25-yard line. That is Kiana Smith. Should bring up a 3rd and 5 as she's helped up by Ariana Smith. Great job once again by that starting line, and it looks like there's
A timeout has been called.
So 55 seconds too with the timeout here.
And that's taken by the Slam, and with that timeout, we're going to step aside as well with the St. Louis Slam up 21-14. This is Slam Football on Livestream STL.
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
Alongside producer Ray Hallbrook, Jeff Whitener on the roving microphone. Matt Bates here in the booth with you. 51 seconds left to go until halftime. St. Louis Slam up 21-14. 3rd and 5. Here's Gall. Pass over to Humphrey. Had a little bump and run, but not much. Falls incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down, so 4th and about 5. Definitely was a timing play on that, and Humphrey had just gotten picked off just enough, slowed her momentum down, and the ball fell incomplete. So you have Smith and Nesbitt, and trying to make out that other number up top, and you have McMahon. Here's Gall, swings it inside to Nesbitt. She's going to cut straight across, big gain. Picks up the 1st down, holds on to the ball, and is brought down by Sonfrey Roberson. Clock is running. Ball is down at the 15-yard line, and that is where they will take over. And looks like another timeout. Amanda Richardson is up top, number 16. So are we going to keep it here for the timeout?
Yeah, let's keep it here real quick. And just talk, a little bit about the 38 seconds, what we're getting as far as the clock. I've got Jeff down there being able to be right next to the referee. I mean, kudos for Cali. Stuck not 1 but 2 touchdowns this first half here. And but the Slam finding ways to score quick.
Well, and not to mention the way the war started off this ball game. The opening kickoff bounces off a chest inside the 1-yard line. Slam turn around, 24 yards to work with, only get 23. War get the ball again at their 1-yard line, and are able to chew some clock, able to put the ball in eventually. But the second quarter, maybe it is a little bit of a relief for the Slam to finally maybe give up a point, get that out of the way if it was to happen.
Sure.
And we got a heck of a ball game here right now, Mr. Ray.
Absolutely. And again, anybody is checking on the clock. What's up with the clock? We do not have a official clock up here due to the tornado that came through a couple months ago, and so we're relying on the referees.
So 1st down at the 15-yard line. Here's Gall. Back to pass, a little flare pass out to Humphrey in the flat. She's going to break in. She's going to go through. She's met. She's in for a touchdown for the St. Louis Slam. 15-yard TD pass. Humphrey collects her second one from Jamie Gall. So
about it.
Before halftime, points are critical. So with 38-ish seconds left, Humphrey, 15-yard TD pass from Gall. We await the PAT from Taylor Hay from the hold of Gall. Here's the snap back. Put down, kick up, and over. So PAT is good. We now have a 28-14 ball game. Just like that, the St. Louis Slam have doubled up. And this is St. Louis Slam football on Livestream STL.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
Well, after a first quarter that only saw the St. Louis Slam converting a touchdown to make it 7-0, the second quarter, the lid has been taken off of the end zones for both teams as the St. Louis Slam have scored 3 touchdowns this quarter to 2 for the Cali War. The last one being a Slam TD, 15-yard TD pass from Gall to Humphrey to make it a 28-14 ball game. Here's McMahon. Back to kick off, comes through, sends a screamer right down to the 10-yard line, takes a roll, stops up there, picked up by Bree Barrett. There gets a blocker, Taylor Hay. And it looked like Mary Altapeter. Both go helmet to helmet on that, so that was friendly fire coming in there, but both of them put the wrap on Barrett. As Barrett's feeling the brunt of that. I mean, I can tell you, I mean, it's one thing to get hit by Hay, but to get hit by Hay and Altapeter, good night, nurse.
Yeah.
That puts the ball at the 26-yard line as, once again, last touchdown was about at the 38-second mark, so we should be around the 20-ish second mark before we get to halftime.
4 seconds what we're getting.
Look at that. I know they're setting up for this halftime formation, but you cannot take anything for granted right here. And they will do that. They'll kneel down and we go to halftime. 28-14 is the score as your St. Louis Slam are on top in this round 1 game versus the Cali War from Los Angeles. It is halftime of St. Louis Slam football on Livestream STL.
Hey, Ray Halbrook here from Livestream STL. We're here with our Slam Spotlight again, and we have way over in the other part of St. Louis here, Mert Davis, our coach, one of our assistant coaches here for the St. Louis Slam. How you doing, Mert?
I'm great, Ray. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much for catching up with us, and we're just going to talk a little bit about, you are one of the most tenured players and coaches, so to speak, here for the Slam. Been here since the inaugural season back in 2003, is that correct?
That is correct. You're letting everybody know how old I am at this point.
Well, as the most tenured player and coach, you've probably seen it all from the very, very beginning here. You've won a championship with the Slam, won 3 championships as a coach. How did you find out about the Slam in the very, very beginning?
So I started playing in a flag league. I played women's flag football here in St. Louis, and I've loved football since I was a kid. It was my passion, something I always wanted to do. And my dad had the heartbreaking revelation to me that women couldn't play football. There was no outlet for it. So when I found flag, that was fantastic. And as flag moved on, some of the women in the flag league were interested in tackle football, and they found out that there was a league around the nation. It was the National Women's Football Association. They reached out to Catherine Masters, who at the time was the owner of that league, and encouraged her to bring a team to St. Louis, that there would be interest in it. After a lot of conversation, she did, and I was part of that first push for it. And then when the first tryout happened, I jumped on board and have been there ever since.
Awesome. So talk to us, how long did you play for the Slam, and then how did the transition into coaching happen?
So I played for about 15 seasons, and as we get older, our bodies are just not designed to take that kind of beating,
Sure.
Day after day, game after game. I'd had a couple of unfortunate injuries. My final season in 2017, I had a pretty bad dislocation of my right shoulder. That made the decision for me that I needed to retire and hang it up. I still loved the team, the dynamic, the sport so much that I wanted to continue to give to it. And Quincy Davis, our head coach, first of all, what an honor it has been to play for him and now it's even a bigger honor for me to coach with him. So to have that opportunity to have him welcome me to help with the team and then move into coaching has been phenomenal. So that's kind of how that transition happened. I'm just that fly that won't go away.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I can understand that. What did the evolution look like throughout the years? You know, you've been a player, you're now a coach, and what does that evolution look like? I know obviously it's a little bit of a, just a process over the years. What did that look like over the years, building culture, style of play for the Slam?
So early on, there's really very little expectation because none of us knew much about the sport other than what we had seen on TV. We didn't have Pop Warner quarterback clubs to grow up in, so it was quite a learning curve. It was learn as you go. And in those early years, our coaches at the time were not seasoned in football coaching, but they did the best they could. So we started as bare bones as you can imagine. There wasn't a lot of interest in it. There wasn't a lot of fan support other than family members. So we kind of scraped by. We played on grass fields. We striped our own fields. We painted our own bleachers. There was cranking of construction lights to use for lights during the night. So it was as rudimentary as you can imagine. So to go from that to where we are now, where women's football and women's sports in general have more support than they've ever had, and I expect to continue to see that to grow. It's night and day from where we came from. It really is.
Absolutely, no doubt about it, and I completely agree with you. Let's talk a little bit about that growth here in the WFA itself. What does the growth in the WFA look like over the years?
It's huge. So it started out as I wouldn't say small, but smaller than it is now. And now last I counted, I think there's around 58, 60 teams. So it has been a wild expansion of that team. When we started in the league, there was one division, and that's what we were in because there wasn't enough teams to support multiple divisions. Now there are three. And it's a great opportunity for those new teams. They start off in that third division so they can learn and grow before they play a stiffer competition. And I think it's important because it gives these women a chance to learn the sport and not be discouraged by playing a team that's above their caliber at that time.
Right, right. It's great. That's great. And the expansion that's gone on now, they're in three divisions, and it's definitely growing and becoming a pretty popular organization. Let's go back to your coaching here real quick. What is your favorite part about coaching the Slam?
There's a couple of things. The biggest one for me, I think, is really watching the growth of our players. To see somebody come in January, when we first start practicing, and we do some summer practicing and preseason stuff, but January is where we really get down and dirty serious about it. And have somebody come in January that has never played before, knows very little about the sport, and watch them by April and May turn into national champion contenders. It's amazing to watch that growth and watch their excitement as things start to click and they really start to learn and understand. That to me is the favorite. I also like to pass on what I've been taught. So that's another fun thing for me is to still be involved in it. While it's not physically, at least I can pass on what I've learned over the years.
Absolutely. I appreciate you sharing that with us too. We'll look at the schedule this year. We're winding things up here. Got the last game this week of the regular season. You haven't given up a freaking point. What's that all about? And I know there's been a couple times you've had a couple of times in the last couple games where they've gotten down to the 2-yard line, 1-yard line, and you just would not break. And I mean, it was a bend and don't break attitude. This has been a pretty special season. I'm sure that you could call it that. What would it mean to win a championship this season now that you've been moved up into that Division I for 2 years now?
Well, I think overall our goal going into each season is always to not just make it to the championship, but to win it. So that is not an unusual expectation of our team. We expect high level. But after last year not making the playoffs, we came into this season, the players really came in with a chip on their shoulders. They put in a lot of work during the off season to make sure that ratings did not have a hand and whether we made playoffs or not. That it was undecidedly, it was convincingly us that belonged there.
Right.
So to win the championship, it obviously would be a huge, huge deal for us, and really be extremely satisfying at this point. The 0 points thing, it wasn't an intentional plan. We always have the expectation of a shutout, but we try not to drill too hard on that. Our goal for the players and their goal is to go out and perform the best possible game they can, and they've done that week after week. So the byproduct of the hard work that they have put in is that 0 on the scoreboard, and our offense marching the ball down the field and taking time off the clock.
Absolutely, and you've done a pretty good job of all of that. So kudos to the Slam, and as they go into the last game of the season here. Final question for you. We'll let you go. We appreciate you being with us again. This is the Ray question. You're a brand new interviewee to me here, so we're going to give you the Ray question here. Name something that might be peculiar, or maybe a hobby or something that you either like to do or just have big interest in that maybe your teammates, maybe the coaches don't know about.
A hobby that it's kind of fallen to the wayside lately. I've been pretty busy as of late, but I do some freehand and wood burning in my spare time. That's a hobby
Nice.
I picked up a while back and have gotten away from it. I'd really like to get back into it.
Awesome. I love that. I mean, that is something that's just not a common thing that everybody has that knack to do. So I appreciate that. Well, we appreciate the time catching up with you, and good luck to you this week as you take on the Derby City Dynamite. And thanks again for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Ray. We really appreciate your support.
Appreciate it. That is Mert Davis from the St. Louis Slam. Hey, Ray Halbrook here with Livestream STL Media. We wear a lot of hats in this business, and to tell you the truth, we have a lot of hats from the area here in the Jefferson County and St. Louis County area here, and we'd really just like to tell you about all the different hats that we take care of here with a lot of different schools, a lot of different organizations, things like that. So as I'm doing this hat, you might be thinking, hey, I'm a business, and I'm looking for a way to advertise my business. Well, here's a perfect way right here. Advertise with us here at Livestream STL. Real easy. Sponsor with us, 314-852-4398. I promise you will not be disappointed as we continue our hats here, because we wear a lot of hats. We'd love to wear your hat as a business as well. So partner with us as we continue our amazing coverage in the Jefferson County and St. Louis County area. We'd love to have you on here as a business, so consider giving us a call. Again, I'll throw this up here real quick, 314-852-4398. And again, like I said, your business helps us continue the great coverage in Jefferson County. I've got a handful more here, but man, we'd really love to have you as a part of our businesses as well. Again, if you're a business, big business, small business, doesn't matter, give us a call, 314-852-4398. I promise you will not be disappointed, as I got 2 more hats left here. And man, we appreciate having all of the amazing businesses in Jefferson County and St. Louis County. So again, give us a call, 314-852-4398. I promise you will not regret it. Have a great day.
That, Ray, and I'll say real quick, I really admire what you guys do with this. I think everybody who's ever tuned into one of these, whether it's a Legion game, whether it's a high school baseball game, whether basketball, football, whatever it is, I've heard nothing but tremendous feedback about Livestream STL and what you guys do and the quality of production, things like that. I would really encourage anybody who's involved in athletics throughout the county, or really anywhere in the metro area, anybody who's interested in sponsoring activities to get on board and get involved with this. I think it's added a ton to what we do here. It's added a ton to the program. You guys are a class act, and you're committed to doing things the right way, and we really appreciate that.
Guys, I've always wanted to ask you this since you're both pitchers. What's your favorite pitch? It's a fastball? Okay, I know. It's a curveball. No? Okay, well, what's your favorite pitch?
Spitball.
The Main Street Sports Show. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Hey, y'all, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks. Thanks for watching the games today. We appreciate all your business all year long. Don't forget, we've got awesome wings, we got amazing burgers, we got salads like you wouldn't believe. Come check us out. We have barbecue on Thursdays, we have Southern Nights on Wednesdays, we've got bingo on Tuesdays. We can't wait to see you all. Thanks a bunch, and we look forward to having a great summer with y'all.
What you guys do for Jefferson County sports, it doesn't go unnoticed by the coaches in all sports.
Yeah,
all
I appreciate
sports.
that.
You know, I have a lot of friends that are head, basketball coaches, and I've been, of course, around Jefferson County all my life and followed all kinds of sports, even before I got into the coaching. So what you guys do to help promote it with the kids is unbelievable, and we appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
For you guys to take your time and what you do is awesome. Just
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, well, we try, we work hard, and we think they deserve it. The kids deserve to be able to be seen, and if we can turn out kids in the community to better them, get them in college, and make them a better citizen, that's the key. Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
Hey, Dalen, check this out. It says right here, your father and I are second cousins. We're related.
Well, if that's the case, you owe me a graduation present.
Very funny.
At least you can say you're related to an all-conference and all-district baseball player. How does that feel?
I will admit, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hey, Dalen,
Yeah.
at least you could say you're related to a famous sports media person. What's that like?
I wouldn't know. But I do know to watch the Main Street Sports Show on Livestream STL.
The Main Street Sports Show, shining a light in Jefferson County.
Very funny. especially when it's coming to passes on the outside where Slam's getting that initial block on the edge that is springing either a halfback or a wideout. And I think that's been the big difference maker, Matt. What do you think?
Really, I think the Slam could have put the nail in the coffin earlier if they would have been able to have converted off those short field opportunities. I think the longer you leave a team like Cali War in this thing to give them a sniff like they're still hanging around in it, I think it's on the offensive side, convert the small field opportunities. On the defensive side, you got to shut it down on third down. As soon I think they've let too many third down and fourth down opportunities get away from them as we get set to kick off here. But I think on the offensive side, I say, not scoring that first time inside when Hay fumbled, and then the second time, I just think you got to take advantage of those small fields, and you can't keep doing that the deeper you get into this.
You're exactly right, Matt. And one last thing prior to the kickoff here, I was over on the sideline with the Slams coaches, and they stressed the point, just like you said, those stops on third and fourth down, but also coach very succinctly said, this team, Cali, they didn't fly all the way out here just to roll over and lay down. So prepare for a war here in the second half from the war.
Literally and figuratively. And once again, Jeff, before we let you go, this was a Cali War team that came in averaging 50 points a game. So this is kind of uncharted territory for them to a point. There's an onside kick to start.
Thanks, Jeff. We appreciate you, my friend.
That is picked up by Ariana Smith. She's going to go east to west, breaks a tackle, stiff arms, still finds a way to navigate out to about the 48-yard line of the Slam after taking that opening kickoff. So right now, the way the first half shaped up, Jamie Gall, 3 TD passes of 8 yards, 42 yards, 15 yards, McMahon being the recipient of 1. So was Humphrey. She has 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing and 1 receiving, and Taylor Hay, 4 for 4 on PATs, so hey. Couple names on the offensive side of the ball to stick their name in for a possible player of the game. Here's an inside handoff to Humphrey, the aforementioned, and she's going to just chew up 10 yards and looks to move the sticks on the first play of the second half for the St. Louis Slam, who once again come out on top by a score of 28-14 over the Los Angeles Cali War. But it was good to hear from Jeff that none of the players are the worse for wear. Everybody's getting their full complement of players back, so hopefully taking advantage of the time there. And the word I was searching for, I was thinking of glucose, but it's electrolytes. That's what you need to be getting that into you. The Gatorade is fine and all that, but you need something like a Pedialyte.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Gall, handoff to Humphrey. She's going to chew up more yards, and she's going to bust up the sideline inside the 28-yard line. So just like that, another pickup of 12 for Humphrey. 2 long runs, 2 quick first downs, and the Slam are off and running here to begin the third quarter. As once again, that first quarter saw the Slam with the only touchdown to go up 7-0, and then they outscored the War 21-14 in that second quarter. Another handoff to Humphrey, up the gut. She breaks through, horse collared. Are they going to throw a flag on that? I don't know. And she wasn't brought down. She goes into the end zone. How about that? How about that? 38-yard TD run. And it looks like Robinson limping off once again. Here to start the third quarter, St. Louis gets the ball. Humphrey finds the end zone.
To attempt the extra point for the Slam, number 12, Taylor Hay.
And Taylor Hay looking to make it 5 for 5. There's the hold by Gall, and up and through.
The extra point is good.
Make that 35-14 to open up the third quarter as the Slam convert on that. Opening round of the playoffs, this is St. Louis Slam football on Livestream STL.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
Back here as the St. Louis Slam increased their lead on their first possession of the third quarter to go up 35-14. Another touchdown run by Jada Humphrey. That's the hat trick today. She has 2 rushing, 1 receiving. As of right now, I'd say she's in the forefront for your Player of the Game nomination. Jamie Gall not far behind, no. She has 3 TD passes to her credit today, so Taylor Hay now 5 for 5 on PATs. McMahon kicks off. Ball rolls to the 10, all the way back to the goal line. Bree Barrett picks it up there. She's out to the 15. Voids a tackle. Not the rest of them. She's out to about the 18-yard line, as this is about the second or third time she's let the ball play her. She lets it take a roll, and she picks it up at about her own 2-3-yard line. This will be the first possession of the second half for the Cali War, who are now going right to left if you're following us out there on Mixlr for this third quarter, and the St. Louis Slam will be going left to right. And, of course, yes, we are also out there on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, but just want to let the people out there follow us on Mixlr know as well, and thank you to the nice folks over at For the Fans, FTSsports.com. Joining in on the action here tonight, thank you. Matt Bates, Ray Hallbrook, Jeff Whitener here from you from St. Mary's High School. WFA playoffs. St. Louis Slam, there's the handoff inside that goes to Gardner. Wrapped up for minimal gain, if none. Number 22 in there, Jasmine Yandel. And looks like there's another injury down there. Looks like that's the right tackle, Jamerica Boykin. Getting up a little gingerly.
We'd seen Wilson come back in, but she's still kind of limping around as well.
Well, again, when Mr. Jeff said everybody was getting their full complement back, there was some that are like on fumes right now. And Wilson and Robinson, I know 2 of them, but you know what? And I think he said it just as well. You know, they didn't come in here to just come in to get it handed to them and then leave. They're not gonna go down without a fight. And again, this was a team that, you know, put up 50-plus yard or 50-plus points a game. Here's a handoff to Nori Washington. Defense snuffs that out once again. Short pickup, maybe 2, brings up third and about 8. And as I was just telling Jeff, this is right now your first third down opportunity to look to shut the door down, slam the door, if you will, and create a fourth down and look to make them punt. But I would say anytime now that Robinson's in the ball game here, number 22, not going to say she's much of a deep threat, but if she only runs just a couple yards, gets the ball, she is just a tough gal to bring down. So you have to account for her. There's a high snap, inside handoff, end around to Bree Barrett. Ariana Smith misses her, and guess what? Big third down conversion for the Cali War on the end around. Kaylee Nietzling on the tackle, but not after she picks up a gain of about 13 yards.
Well, you've seen that end around about 4 times now. And so you know they're going to continue to call it because it's been successful. So the name of the game is you got to make a stop.
That has been said. So now, fresh set of downs. Wars still have the ball. They have control of the clock. As once again, the Slam had a chance to slam the door and get Cali to punt from deeper in their own territory, but now they've got breathing room out here to about the 33-yard line. Another snap almost over the head. Guzman zips it right over the middle, intended for Robinson. And Skinner breaks that up, but Robinson, once again, runs a short route, and because you go to tackle her and you just pinball right off of her. So the incomplete pass going to bring up 2nd and 10 from about the Cali War 38-yard line. And once again, their normal 2-quarterback rotation that they had, as Jeff mentioned, Lisa King, player coach. Unlike a manager in baseball who wears a number and doesn't really use it, Lisa King is actually a coach on the team, and she's playing and coaching. Kudos to Lisa. Another high snap handled by Guzman. Deep ball to Wilson, even deeper, and Netzling and Skinner were both back there deep as it will fall incomplete and bring up a 3rd and 10. As right now, nothing has been gained and nothing has been lost for the War on this set of downs. King out there on the field right now, going over the play selection.
Give an interesting. Fans are get that number 9 out. So that's interesting.
Well, I mean, she doesn't have a helmet on.
Yeah, she
you
sure
know
don't.
that. So
Got a hat on. Now she's gonna call timeout. There you go.
But I guess since she is technically a coach,
right?
She can wear the hat. But if she's going to go in to actually play, you got to put the helmet on. And with the timeout, are we going to keep it? We're going to go.
Yeah,
to break?
we'll stay right here. Tell you about our good friends over at Cheap Seats Photography. Where do we get our banners? Cheap Seats Photography, of course. Ron Rigdon is the owner. Photography, banners, and designs. Give him a call, 314-402-9014 or cheapseatsphoto.com. Tell him we sent you over at Livestream STL.
Yes,
Ron Rigdon knows us by name.
And if you go into Cheap Seats Photography, that doesn't work. You got to go to cheapseatsphoto.com.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Once again, back here, round 1 playoff action from the WFA, and Matt Bates, Ray Hallbrook, Jeff Whitener down there roving on the sidelines. Thank him for sticking it out tonight in that heat. I know even being up here in the booth, we do have a little fan going, but this was not for the faint of heart here.
It is not. Absolutely not.
And we want to thank everybody once again for tuning in, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, if you're on Mixler.com, if you're on FTF Sports. We do appreciate you following along, and I know all of the Slam ladies from top to bottom appreciate the coverage and everything as well, too.
They've been very, very awesome to us every time we come down here before the game starts.
Once again, big 3rd down play. Here's Guzman being followed, being hounded, all to Peter, and they convert. Bree Barrett right over the middle, number 16. She's met, and looks like Nietzling is down on the play, getting up a little worse for wear after tackling. But once again, Ray, 2nd time on a 3rd down play, 2nd time that they're able to convert are the Cali War on this to keep the drive alive and keep it extended.
Right.
Almost makes you wonder if, maybe a little fatigue, and people will say, yes, well, didn't it just come out of halftime? Yes. But still doesn't account for the wear and tear they had in that first half with the heat, the humidity. Do you have the proper personnel out there?
Right.
Snap back to Guzman. Inside handoff seems to be working, and it does once again. Brought down by Straws. But that is Priscilla Gardner going right up the gut. One wears 12, one wears 21. So no matter if you flip-flop the numbers between Gardner and Washington, right now that's where your running game is at, and they're basically just saying we're going to run inside, and now the Victoria Smith is down there inside. Number 44 for the St. Louis Slam, as it looks like Mary Altapeter might have come out for just a little bit. But down low, you got Tay Johnson in there, number 61. Need to get a little more pressure up front. 2nd down. Fakes the handoff. Here she goes over the middle. Wilson goes in and out of her hands. More than had an opportunity to haul that one down, but it goes just off the top of her fingertips. And I hate to sound like a broken record, Ray, but another long third down play for the Cali War. And will the Slam be able to stop them, as the War have now navigated down to about the St. Louis Slam 38-yard line. Actually may not be third and long. It looks like it's about third and about 4. As you hear the Slam fans trying to get to the crowd, get to the fans, to get to the players. Alta Peter back out there. Big third down play. She's going to keep the ball, does Guzman. And she gets the first down, gets about 5. Jasmine Yandel, who was a little shaken up in that first half, she's down once again. And with the injury timeout on the field, we're going to step aside as well with the score. St. Louis Slam 35, Cali War 14. This is Slam Football and Livestream STL.
Hey, y'all, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks. Thanks for watching the games today. We appreciate all your business all year long. Don't forget, we've got awesome wings, we got amazing burgers, we got salads like you wouldn't believe. Come check us out. We have barbecue on Thursdays. We have Southern Nights on Wednesdays. We've got bingo on Tuesdays. We can't wait to see you all. Thanks a bunch, and we look forward to having a great summer with y'all.
Scoring update for those following along with the playoffs. Minnesota Vixen at the start of the fourth quarter are up 24-14 over the Houston Energy. And speaking of energy, there is still plenty of energy left in this Cali War offense, as that was number 12 once again, Priscilla Gardner, getting the ball, and looks like she's trying to stretch out the hamstrings, and looks like the back of the legs there to the calves, keep everything flowing and trying to avoid the cramping. It's going to bring up a short second and about 5-4 to go, but Cali War keep the drive alive, keep the clock moving, and this is one of the few times this season where you can just see the Slam are basically every third down have not been able to hold them. Here's a double reverse. Bree Barrett tackled by a host of Slam players. Wrapped up by Skinner was the first one. And then it looks like that was Kiana Smith in there as well.
She took one right across the neck there, so I know that could not have felt great.
A little friendly fire on the way through, but
3 yards.
And you and I both know that when you get in there and you get wrapped up, you got to grab whatever you can grab, and it just so happens
you hit whatever you can hit.
Yeah,
yes,
if it's the neck, it's the neck.
I mean, if I do happen to ring your bell, I'll go out, get you a steak after the game,
There
and
you go,
everything
right.
will be okay. But
You've done that to me a couple times.
we have.
I don't have a steak though.
Well,
I kid. I knew I'd get you smiling there a little bit.
Well, Slam win would really help out, but there's a flare pass out to Robinson once again, who
Pass is complete to Robinson.
seems to be ready to be put on the gurney and headed out, but she keeps
First down.
getting up off the mat, coming back in, and she hauls down another one, this time brought down at around the 10-yard line. And another first down. And once again, the Cali War retaining possession, but the Slam just unable to slam the door on these third down possessions to be able to put them at least in a punting situation. They've been able to navigate all the way down the field now. And the Slam defense on the verge of allowing TD number 3 on the season. After 6 consecutive shutouts on the defensive side. Guzman Back in the backfield with Gardner. 2 receivers down low, offset tied in. Wide receiver up top is Robinson, but she's going to roll out to the left, looks for Barrett. She's going to tuck the ball down. Little pass, tipped almost. Picked off by Kiana Smith, I'm sorry, number 7, Kiana Smith. That is going to bring up 2nd down. As Smith did a great job of reading the backer and the quarterback on that and able to knock that one out of harm's way. Almost came up with a one-handed interception on that. So looks like the ball's just nestled around the 12, 11 and a half yard line. 2nd down for the Cali War as the drive continues. After the quick TD of the 38-yard run by Humphrey to start the 3rd, it has been all Cali War from then on. Here's a high snap. There's an end around. Robinson going to do the throw again and almost had that one picked off. She was being followed there, pursued by number 24, Veronica Smith. Was able to get the ball off, but she threw it over the middle of the field instead of more out of harm's way towards the sideline.
That could have went back for 6 very easily.
Well, that would have been nice to see.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're on the slam side of things.
Yeah.
But Robinson, who had been laying on the field, avoiding the cramping issues and everything, might have gotten hydrated during halftime, but again, keeps peeling herself up off the carpet and forced to be reckoned with as there was a penalty on the play. And looks like that's going to back the Cali War up, and they're going to replay 2nd down.
Well, you get a handful of runs going, and then all of a sudden you got to take a couple steps back.
Once again, gotta keep the foot right there where it's at. Don't put it on the gas. Don't give the War an opportunity. So 2nd and long, call it about 2nd and, call about 18. Inside handoff to Gardner. She's met by Straws, actually almost breaks out of that and winds up getting down to about the 10-yard line. So gets about all of that right back and puts them from whence they came. But guess what down it is now, Mr. Ray? I'll give you one guess. Third down.
It's 3rd down.
Yeah.
Another 3rd down. Why not another end around, right?
Either that or a pass out to Robinson. But gotta be ready for the end around.
Yeah, that pass, that pass out to the flat has been very successful, especially to their big receivers.
So they come out in this package. They have 2 wide receivers down low, one of them Robinson, the other Wilson. One up top, one offset, and I backfield. Fakes the pass. Guzman's going to run end around by herself. Gets wrapped up and driven out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. Looked like that was Skinner on the outside over there that stuck her nose in there. And it looks like a time out for the Cali War. And we're going to take a quick break as well, as it's a big 4th down coming up. This is St. Louis Slam Football live stream, STL.
Guys, I've always wanted to ask you this since you're both pitchers. What's your favorite pitch? It's a fastball? Okay, I know. It's a curveball. No? Okay, well, what's your favorite pitch?
Oh, yeah. Spitball.
The Main Street Sports Show. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Hey, y'all, it's Jeff from Case and Bucks. Thanks for watching the games today. We appreciate all your business all year long. Don't forget, we've got awesome wings, we got amazing burgers, we got salads like you wouldn't believe. Come check us out. We have barbecue on Thursdays. We have Southern Nights on Wednesdays. We've got bingo on Tuesdays. We can't wait to see you all. Thanks a bunch, and we look forward to having a great summer with y'all.
Quick score update in the fourth quarter. The Minnesota Vixen up 31 over the Houston Energy 20. 31-20. Here's a big fourth down play. Guzman snap right back to her. She's going to go to the corner of the end zone for Robinson, and the ball is broken up and tipped, and the Slam are able to finally slam the door on the Cali War offense, and they will take over on downs. But the winner of, so if the Slam win tonight, they will probably play then the Minnesota Vixen
for the third time in this
third time this season.
Yeah. And have won both games.
And the one time the Cali War played them, they lost to them, 35-32 for their only loss of the season. So Jamie Gall and company, they're going to set up shop at about the, call that about the 7-yard line. Once again, now the sun's gone down and we got the glare from the spotlights over there. There's a handoff over to Hay. She may have either broken even or gotten one on that one. As first play of this drive will keep the clock running here in the third quarter. Once again, from St. Mary's High School, alongside producer play-by-play, Mr. Ray Hallbrook, Jeff Whitener on the field with the roving microphone. Matt Bates here with you for Livestream STL. Here's Gall, swing pass out to Smith. She breaks up the sideline. She's at the 30, 40, 50, cuts back through the middle, down to the 40. Down to the 33-yard line.
She was horse tackled.
She was indeed.
Horse collared, I should say.
And they're not going to call or throw a flag on that, but it does look like they're trying to get the medical staff out there. And not sure if they're going to take a timeout. She's heading out off the field on her own power. So from the 8 all the way down to the 33, so call that a 59-yard pass play from Gall to Kiana Smith. Here's Gall, inside handoff to Hay. She breaks one tackle, powers her way down to the 24-yard line. Gain of about 9 for Hay on that one.
That's another slam.
Or actually, looks like they're going to give her 10, so that will bring up a first down. Taylor Hay back in. You go from the speed package with Humphrey. Now there's a little swing pass out to Nesbitt. She's going to get run out of bounds. Gain of about 5, maybe 6 on the play. Bring up a second down.
Second down and 5.
The ball's nestled in between the 19 and the 8, and then about the 19-yard line there. And once again, Gall with 3 TD passes of 8, 42, and 15 yards. And I guess that all of a sudden is the end of the, we just heard somebody yell that. So St. Louis Slam get 1 touchdown in that quarter, just like they did in the first quarter. And we're going to come back for the fourth quarter with the St. Louis Slam up 35-14. This is Slam Football on Livestream STL.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers.
Back here at St. Mary's High School as the St. Louis Slam are looking to slam the door on the Cali War and punch their ticket to the round 2 ball game. Home game here for the St. Louis Slam over the Cali War. We start the 4th quarter. Matt Bates, Ray Hallbrook, Jeff Whitener with you. Here's Gall. Inside handoff, Taylor Hay. Once again, there goes a helmet.
Ouch. You don't see that happen very often.
No, sir. Just as long as the head is never in that thing, that's always a good sign. So she's going to have to come out, and Humphrey will come in. So you get the power and the dynamite of Taylor Hay, and then you come back with the quick bolt lightning from Jada Humphrey, and clock will start rolling. Gall takes the ball, hand off to Humphrey. She's going to break outside. She's going to dart. She's going to cut back in. She's going to score on a 13-yard run for Jada Humphrey. Humphrey, scoring machine today, picks up her 4th touchdown of the evening. This one on a 13-yard TD run, and coming in for the 6th point after try will be Taylor Hay. Out of the hold from Gall. Gall gets the ball. Hay makes its way. PAT is good. So with the score 42-14 now. St. Louis Slam on top. This is St. Louis Slam football on live stream STL.
Guys, I've always wanted to ask you this since you're both pitchers. What's your favorite pitch? It's a fastball? Okay, I know. It's a curveball. No? Okay, well, what's your favorite pitch?
Oh, yeah. Spitball.
The Main Street Sports Show. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Well, pending a 2-point conversion right now, Minnesota Vixen up 31-26 over the Houston Energy. Could be 31-28. They could bring it to within a field goal with 9 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter of that game. Once again, the Slam maintained victorious, and they did get the 2 points. So it's 31-28. Here's the kickoff. And that is brought all the way across the field by number 7, Sean Caldwell, the linebacker. And she winds up going all the way back to the 25, the 16-yard line.
She went forward and then was forced backwards, and
thought she could try to turn the corner.
Sometimes you just better just take it up the gut.
Well, you know what? And when you go east-west, you don't really gain as many yards as you do going north to south. I mean, it's just I'm not sure if it's mathematical. That's what it is.
Well,
there's not much science to that.
If it's mathematical, you and I are out on that one.
We're close.
We're close.
We're close. Doesn't mean we're out.
Right.
I mean, it's not like we got, Skeeter up here breaking his abacus out on us.
Oh.
Or, shout out to our valedictorian, Skeeter Rankins. There's your Skeeter shout out for the night.
Skeeter lives out on the west side.
Out in Kansas. Here is number 12. That is Priscilla Gardner. Finally ran into a wall of St. Louis Slam players. It looks like that was led by 22 Jasmine Yandel. And Mary Altapeter out there as well. But once again, the next game for the St. Louis Slam would be July 8th. So after a bye week, the next week would be here against either Minnesota or the Houston Energy. And then after that, that is a championship game.
Out in Canton, Ohio.
Almost a Hall of Fame game, if you will.
Where the Hall of Fame game is at.
A little bit of irony in that.
How about that?
Here's Guzman. She's going to drop back. Looks for Robinson. Broken up by Nesbitt. Talk about a mismatch. Robinson, though, had to dig deep in the gas tank because I know she's on fumes right now. And Nesbitt was all over her like an extra set of shoulder pads. Didn't interfere with her, ran with her every step of the way, but I am quite certain that dug into her gas tank on that. But see that this is what they're doing now. They're going to set you up for that end around where she goes to throw the ball now.
Yeah.
So you have Altapeter there at defensive end. Number 44 in the middle there, Victoria Smith. Should be Tay Johnson in there at 61. And trying to make out the masked man over there at defensive end, but we will get to that at some point. Here is Guzman, back pass once again, going for Bree Barrett, and broken up.
Broken up by number 7, Kiana Smith.
Anna Maria Fagnani out there at defensive end, number 71, providing a little rush as well. So front line holding up well for the St. Louis Slam as Caitlin Hartman is now out, and that is Anna Marie Fagnani, number 71 from Boston, Massachusetts, 5'10", 220 up there. Number 71 at defensive end. Have number 11 out there now, defensive back, Sierra Morgan. Morgan they list at 5'8", 185, but she is a member of the women's professional basketball team, the Midwest Sound. That yours truly here, Livestream STL, will be covering that action for you as well. Professional basketball right around the corner. Here's a snapback, Mary Altapeter in there putting pressure on Guzman. She's going to step out of that pressure. Comes to the sideline and shoved out of bounds by Brooklyn Devitt.
Well, not much she could do there. She was pretty covered there.
Yep, Devitt did a great job of just, after she broke out saw the wall crashing down on her from flag down on the play. But
heard that's holding on the defense there, so that'll be an automatic first down.
And that was on a fourth down play, am I correct?
I do believe you are correct, sir.
So once again, I hear the little gun shooting themselves in the foot once again. Once again, an untimely penalty on a critical third or fourth down. In this case, fourth down. Cali War keep possession of the ball and keep that drive going. And now they have 1, 2, 3, looks like trips down low. One in the backfield, along with Guzman. Looked like an early start by Barrett as she went to go sprint downfield, and she just happens to be the one that catches the ball too. And she's going to get another first down for the Cali War, who now are trying to gain a little more momentum right now as they've crossed it to the their own 43-yard line. Clock again continuing to move, and St. Louis Slam second by second, inching even closer to that second round ball game as they have a commanding 42-14 lead over the Cali War from Los Angeles, California. And right now, for a team coming in averaging 50 points a ball game, and the fewest they scored was last week's 35, or their last regular season game, I should say. That pass is broken up right there at the line of scrimmage by Tay Johnson,
Knocked down by number 61,
your American Division first team nose guard. And it looks like number 91, the right tackle, Jamerica Boykin, is down once again. She's not tying her own shoe this time. Looks like she's actually in a little bit of distress. Right tackle, 91, Jamerica Boykin. But it looks like she's going to stay in the ball game. And coming in, wide receiver number 24, Keelan Wilson, who had the injury bug earlier in the game as well, too. She's back out there along with Robinson, who she's been up and down more times than an elevator. Second down, snap back. Alta-Peter breaks the pressure, and down goes Guzman. Back at the 38-yard line. Alta-Peter with the sack of Guzman. Keep the defensive mojo going now. Big third down. Keep the pressure going.
Maybe that interview did do something for her, huh?
Telling you. I'm just telling you right now, us defensive linemen and offensive linemen,
Right.
anytime we can get our cute mugs on, onto the onto the big screen, much less an interview with you.
Right.
Right. Gets all the juices flowing. Intentionally, unintentionally.
I see what you did there.
I listened. Big third down play right here. Slam looking to slam the door. Can they do it? Inside handoff fake. Goes out in the flat. Met up by Nesbitt. Brought down after a modest gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Out of the backfield comes Nori Washington and brought down by Nesbitt.
Here we go. We got
Number
another
5,
fourth down.
Kelsey
now.
Nesbitt. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, let me ask you this. Instead of what the Slam need to do, what do you have in the playbook for the Cali War here, Mr. Ray?
I like that slant just out in the flat, You've got that reverse, a double reverse, a jet sweep. All of that kind of, that kind of package would probably work for a few yards here, but they got a few yards to get.
They do indeed. Looks at about like 12 yards. So you have Bree Barrett, who's the number 3 wide receiver, and you have Robinson. That's been 2 of their go-tos. They're bunched up together right here in front of us. They're going to bring around on a reverse once again. Could be a hold. Don't think they're going to call it on Fagnani as she was held up, but big stop on that end around up top. I see Skinner out there, but cannot. It might have been Sierra Morgan up top.
Morgan with the tackle, and the Slam are going to take it down.
As you hear the PA announcer right here by us, that the St. Louis Slam finally, once again, this is back-to-back drives that they have now shut them down on downs. But this is the short field I was just talking about as we began the second half. Slam have a short field to work with. 44 yards. You have Jamie Gall with the ball. Inside handoff to Humphrey. She darts back in, darts back out. Has a blocker in front of her, McMahon. Slung to the ground at the 20-yard line by Sean Caldwell.
Play results in another Slam.
21-yard pickup, scamper by Humphrey, who right now is the player of the game with 4 touchdowns on the day right now. chewing up yards. Gall's still keeping her name in the running if she could throw a 5th touchdown pass, but right now with the day that Humphrey has had, here's another handoff out to her. She goes up on the far side, sticks it out, around to the 10, to the 5, touch. Down at the 1 yard line. And they're going to call it touchdown. There you go. With her 5th touchdown of the game. That is number 30. That is Jada Humphrey. And coming out for PAT number 7 is Taylor Hay. Do not let that work go unnoticed either. Out of the hold from Jamie Gall. Here's a snap, high, down, kick, up, and through the 7th PAT for Taylor Hay. Makes the score 49-14. We're going to step aside. This is St. Louis Slam football on Livestream STL.
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers.
Yes, do indeed be sure to check out Mama's on the Hill. 2132 Edwards, 314-776-3100. Score update for you with 4 minutes left in the 4th. Minnesota Vixen up 38-28 over the Houston Energy. Either way, Slam win this game, they will host the round 2 game, which seems to be, as right now, would be the Minnesota Vixen. They would play them for the 3rd time this season. Kickoff by McMahon. Bounces, ping-pongs around. Caldwell finally looks to lay on top of it as we had a live ball there, and she did not seem too interested in wanting to pick that up. I don't know if she thought it could just play dead. There was an old NFL clip of Jerome Bettis when he was with the Pittsburgh Steelers did that. He just watched the ball lay there, and the ball got picked up, scooped back for a touchdown, and he just sat there and watched the ball get ran back into his own end zone. But it looks like the Cali War will take over at their own 31-yard line, and see some players checking out here. That is Washington and Wilson. Robinson must know what the play is because she's just now standing on the 30-yard line. Not going to burn any more fuel out of that tank going into the huddle. That's all the way over on the far side of the field. She's like, I'm just going to run a fly pattern. If I'm open, hit me.
Draw it up in the dirt.
Coach King, do you even know what the play was? Yeah,
right.
I got Nesbitt on me, so I'll try to just knock her off. We saw that a while ago. Well, here's an end around. Guzman faked the end around. She called her own number, and she's, even though it ran out of bounds, referee says keep the clock running. So that will bring up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down. And 10.
Looks like may have lost a couple yards on that. Say 2, possibly 3. Again, got that glare from the lights now coming right off of there, and doing all right as the clock still moves. As I said, with each second ticking off of here, the Slam are that much closer to going to round 2. St. Mary's High School, Livestream STL. Once again, thank you to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Mixler, right out there on that. No, FTF for the fans.
FTF Sports.
No, I was going to say Twitch, but
no more Twitch.
Yeah.
Pass is incomplete.
And that ball falls incomplete as intended for Robinson. No, I think you looked at me like you thought I was going to say TKDS, but I was like, no, I was going to say Twitch, but I know we're not on that. So,
shot of Coach Q over there.
There we
He's got
go.
to be happy with his squad right now.
You know what? I think he'll be the first to tell you. You know, points were going to be given up. You kind of expect that at some point,
right?
I don't think you could say I'm disappointed at the shutout streak being broken. I think what you could say, maybe more disappointed just in the number of opportunities on 3rd and 4th down to shut the door. But proud of the resilience to, even though they bend, they didn't break. And this is a big 3rd down once again right here at the 28-yard line. Guzman over the middle. Robinson looking for a flag. Not going to get one as the ball falls incomplete, as that was Skinner diving through the middle to deflect it. And we now have 4th down. Well.
Here we are again, 4th down.
Now checking into the game, Cynthia Ybarra, who we haven't called much tonight on the offense. She's normally a punt returner for them. She was out there earlier today, so maybe she's out there to punt because out comes number 10, Tania Guzman,
And punt formation for the War, number 25.
who has earned her paycheck today for the Cali War. So Ybarra back to punt. That's YBRRA. And going to go out at the Slam 45-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And are we going to step aside, Mr. Ray, or are we going to keep it? We will keep it right here.
Let's just keep it.
All right. So 5 touchdowns for Jada Humphrey today.
Unbelievable.
Again, Jamie Gall, nice job. You know, back there manning the offense with her 3 touchdown passes. But, you know, when you look at Humphrey, who right now, she has scored the last 4 touchdowns for the St. Louis Slam. She finished out the second quarter there before halftime with a 15-yard TD pass reception. Then in the third quarter, a 38-yard run. And here in the fourth quarter, it's been all Jada Humphrey, as she has scored the last 2 touchdowns. And Taylor Hay with 7 PATs. There's Gall with a handoff to Patrice Fitzpatrick. Don't want to bring up bad vibes, but the last game I did back on the 5th against the Dallas Elite Mustangs, she fumbled on her first carry.
So you saying,
but
you the bad,
you know,
you the bad luck?
Accentuate the positive. She gets the ball here with the commanding lead, you know, is able to hold on to it, doesn't turn it over. That's why coaches got you in there now. Giving Hay a breather, giving Humphrey a breather. We're rotating out. You're going to get some carries. Now you just need to hold on to the ball, as yards that were lost are now gained, as now you're going to bring up a 3rd and call it 8, short 8, long 9. As the clock does still continue to roll here at St. Mary's High School. WFA, Women's Football Alliance action, featuring your St. Louis Slam against the Cali War from Los Angeles, California. Thank you for tuning in to Livestream STL for the exclusive action. Once again, here is Fitzpatrick. That one goes nowhere, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
It'll be 4th down.
Which now looks like McMahon's already making her way back for the punting duties. So punt formation, quick and easy. 3 up, 3 down for the St. Louis Slam, as they're not going to give the defense much of a rest, as they're going to turn right around, put them back out with this punt here in the 4th quarter. Coming near to us, Zariah Johnson, number 2, defensive back. Houston Energy just
scoring late.
punched a touchdown to make it, Well, right now with the TD would make it 34 depending on a PAT. But here's a punt by McMahon. She gets a good boot into that one. And that's going to fall down, take a War roll all the way back where Strauss is going to down it at the Cali War 48-yard line.
And there's a flag on the play.
Could the St. Louis Slam be the beneficiary of a Cali War penalty on a big 4th down? Let's find out.
Oh, they waved off the flag.
Okay, well, that answers that. So the Cali War will take over on their own 48-yard line. With 4th quarter action moving on here, we will update you as best we can. So at least last score we would have would be 38-34, pending a PAT in the Minnesota-Houston ball game. Once again, St. Louis Slam will face the winner of that game here at home. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, here is Guzman being pressured. Gets the ball off Robinson. Robinson shakes off Jasmine Yandel. She goes down at the 43-yard line. She rolled right over Skinner, who...
Number 10, Jamie Skinner on the stop.
Not the first time she's been run over by that truck, but I got to tell you right now, when Robinson puts it down and Skinner's down on the turf, and not often you see one of your captains like her down on the turf, and if she is, you know, might have gotten that pinky caught once again. Don't know, but she is hunched over.
Well, that's a big loss if she's injured. But I tell you, she's probably one of the toughest ones on the team there. So she's pretty down and out if she's down right now.
No doubt about it. It looks like she's getting up and getting off under her own power. But before, let's thank Mr. Ron Rigdon once again over
absolutely.
at Cheap Seats Photography. That's cheapseatsphoto.com, 314-402-9014. And as Ray and I mentioned, anytime we get the banners that are done, that you see us at any of these events, those are done by Ron Rigdon over there at Cheap Seats Photography, cheapseatsphoto.com. Great work on his part and his staff over there. 1 minute remaining in this contest. And it looks like the refs are now, they've got the ball set for play, just waiting for the whistle, and there we go. Did you hear the fans? 24 is lined up in the neutral zone. Not going to throw a flag on that, but Guzman's going to air it out. And it looks like that pass is broken up. Sierra Morgan out there on Barrett. That's a nice matchup. Got the ABA athleticism basketball player out there against the number 3 wide receiver in Bree Barrett. And Morgan, fresh as a daisy. Nice job by her to get back and cover that. And so that fell incomplete, so that will stop the clock.
Carmen, come off of this and come over here to Jeff.
That'll bring up big 3rd down play right here for the Cali War as Guzman. Little pressure. She's going to step up in the pocket. Zips that over to Barrett. Barrett's going to pick up the 1st down with the clock moving right at the 30-yard line. Yandel looks like took another one to the ribs. She's bent over. And timeout by Cali Ward, doing the St. Louis Slam a favor on that one. With the timeout, we're gonna keep it right here. We will do so as we have Mr. Whitener.
With 1 minute remaining in the 4th quarter, Minnesota 38, Houston 34.
So it is a 38-34 ball game, as they were going to go for 2. They must not have converted that. So 4-point ball game, so definitely would have to score a touchdown. with one possession, I should say. I mean, there's multiple ways to get points, but
absolutely.
But if you have one possession,
right,
a field goal ain't going to do anything.
Right. Well, we'll have Jeff downstairs here in just a minute after this last play or two here.
Suffice to say, before we send it down to him, player of the game, Jada Humphrey.
Oh,
Should we put a bow on that little package?
Absolutely.
But congratulations to, again, up and down the lineup, to the ladies over there on the St. Louis Slam roster, taking care of business at home against a tough Cali War team who tonight, coming in averaging 50 points a game, only have 14 on the scoreboard tonight. So here's another pass out in the flat that is corralled by Washington. She's brought down at the 25-yard line. Yandel in there once again. And it looks like that fell short. That's going to be a turnover on downs. And if you wanted to, again, put another little bow on that, time will run out. And that is the way it's going to finish up. St. Louis Slam 49, Cali War 14. We're going to step aside, come back with player of the game. No, we're not going to step aside. Okay.
We got Jeff downstairs. Jeff, can you hear me, my friend?
I can hear you, Ray. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Jeff, what do we got downstairs?
A couple of quick thoughts here, guys, at the end of the game. Really, tonight, the explosiveness of the Slam offense was just too much for the Cali War to overcome. Not only that, the kicking game for the Slam, which is by far the best in the league, always kept the War pinned down deep in their zone tonight. So kudos to the kicking game as well. You talked about your player of the game tonight. On defense, I do want to mention Mary Altpeter.
Yes.
Altapeter, down here on the field, she had an outstanding night for the Slam.
Absolutely.
Now, for the War, as LL Cool J would say, they're going back to Cali, Matt.
Cali.
But they can hold their head high. I think they showed some teams tonight how the Slam can beat. They really addressed some of the deficiencies on the Slam defense, including some of the overcommitment, overplaying. They were really susceptible to misdirection. And then once they spread out the defense for the Slam, they were able to run it up the guts. So great job by the offensive line for Cali. They can hold their heads high. They played a great game tonight. They just ran into too much of a team here in the Slam who will move on. And it sounds like they're going to play the Minnesota Vixen in the next round here. One last thought, guys. These Warriors, once you actually come to a game and you're down here on field level or you're in the stands to really see what these ladies can do, you really need to come out and see it and experience it in person if you can.
Jeff, I'm glad you mentioned that because I was going to say the same thing. These ladies, they put the pads on and they are no joke about the dance. They are out there to lay a lick on you, and this isn't powder puff football by any stretch of the imagination.
No, sir. These ladies really get after it, and kudos to the Cali War on a great season, and we'll be with the Slam hopefully in the next round of the playoffs.
Absolutely. We'll be here in 2 weeks. Looks like we're playing the Minnesota Vixen, and as we wrap things up here, thanks for being down there with us, Jeff. We appreciate that. And for Matt Bates, for Ray Halbrook, all of us here at Livestream STL, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to say it. Here it is. Slam football on Livestream STL. We will see you in 2 weeks right here at 7 p.m. on July 8th against the Minnesota Vixen. Thanks for watching today's broadcast. Any unauthorized use of this broadcast without the express written consent of Livestream STL is strictly prohibited.